if you are new to the game, welcome to MLB The Show 21. If you're new on Xbox, this is what we're going to go through. So if you're on Xbox, you're going to see the exact same thing as me. If you are on PlayStation, you are going to see the exact same thing except different buttons. But anyway, if you are new to MLB The Show, welcome in. Let's get it started. In this episode, I'm going to teach you what you need to know if you are a brand new Xbox player or picking up MLB The Show for the first time. So we're going to basically go over everything that you see on menus, everything that you see. I'm going to try to explain it, and so that you guys understand what you're looking at and where to go and find things. You're going to start off with the daily reward. Every single day, it'll tell you when you get your next reward. You're going to get a reward, and this is for Diamond Dynasty. Today's reward is a starting pitcher, 55 overall rating in the top right of your screen there. And basically, you're going to get one of these every single day that you log into the game, kind of to help build that Diamond Dynasty roster of yours. So we're going to see the biggest thing is the Diamond Dynasty, and that's really what's pushed in this game. So you're going to see a lot of Diamond Dynasty stuff, and that's kind of what this is showing you here. They're saying on 4/16 they welcome the show event. These are also the events if you're looking for something cool or if you're looking for something coming up. They will be here. It'll say like 4/23 first inning showdown will be available and stuff like that. Tops now moments are going to be coming available on 4/23 as well. So you're going to have those types of things up here pretty much all season long. These are kind of the new features, the stadium creator, the pinpoint pitching, all of the new stuff that's kind of in the game will be up here. So let's go down a little bit to the game modes, and this is where it's going to be interesting. This is where you're going to choose what you want to play. You can play Road to the Show, which Road to the Show is you take a created player and you start off in basically a high school. I mean, you don't actually start off in high school, but you kind of train or whatever, and then you get drafted by a team and you try to make the road to the show. So you go all the way from getting drafted all the way to an MLB team. So that is what that game mode is. Diamond Dynasty is the most known game mode on MLB The Show, and that's basically an online team that you get with cards. So you draft cards, you pick cards, you buy cards, and then you use those cards in game, use the actual players in game to play against other players, and you earn rewards and you earn stubs and all that type of stuff. March to October is going to be another game mode, and this game mode is basically you are selecting a team, and then you're going to take them and you're going to try to make them go to the World Series, basically the March to October. That's where it gets its name. And you're going to pick any team you want, and you could pick any team, doesn't matter how good they are. Then you select the difficulty, and then you try to take them through a whole single season all the way to the October postseason. If you get in, sometimes your team does not make it, but if you do get in, you get to go to the October and you get to play in the playoffs and try to win a World Series. So that can be done with any team on the game, so feel free to go over and do that. The March to October is pretty cool as well because you make changes during the game. You make changes during the season. You only play a few games. You don't actually play every single game. You more or less play, I would say, probably 30 maybe games in total, and you kind of drop in special places and you try to pick up the win for your team and continue the heat streaks. And there's cold streaks as well, so if your team is struggling, your team is going to lose more while it's simulating through to the March to October. The last thing on this is the franchise mode, and if you're new to the channel, this is what I do mostly. I do a lot of franchise. This year we are going to do March to October, Diamond Dynasty, and franchise. But franchise is kind of my baby. Franchise, you basically start over from scratch. You start over as a general manager, so to speak, of the team. You pick a team. You can do fantasy drafts. You could draft your own team, or you could pick the team that you love the most, and then you basically start the franchise with them, and you go as far as you want. You can go many seasons. You can play every single game. You could decide to simulate most games. You could decide to play a few games, and it's basically a career. Like, you're playing multiple seasons, you're going through drafting, you're going through trading, you're going through free agency. You go through all these different things in franchise mode to try to build your team to be a World Series contender. So if you don't want any of those game modes, there are other things below that. You could click this button, or you could just hit down on the controller itself. You got quick play, which is challenge of the week. You got moments, which will be kind of Diamond Dynasty type of stuff there. You could do the home run derby as well. You can also do exhibitions if you want to do that. You could do online rated, which is an online gameplay with teams, not Diamond Dynasty. This is just teams. So if you pick the St. Louis Cardinals and you're playing the Kansas City Royals, you will play those teams. You will not play weird people that aren't on the teams like you do in Diamond Dynasty. This is just the team itself. Retro mode, it's kind of hard to explain without going in and seeing it, but it's the old school gameplay, and it kind of has the old school feel to it. So if you're a person that grew up on, the show or whatever back in the 90s, retro will be kind of what you want to play there. The other game modes are postseason, and as it says, you build your own postseason bracket to compete for the World Series. So basically you just fill in the playoffs and then you play to try to win the World Series. Custom leagues is something that they have online. So if you and your friend want to play, you could play in a custom league, and it is very flexible online multi-season experience using customized settings. So if you want to play with the Cubs and your friends want to play with the Braves or something, you guys could play the same exact season together online. I do believe that this is only allowed if you are on the same console, meaning like if you have an Xbox and your friend has an Xbox, you could play together on custom leagues. It's kind of what they used to do in franchise mode, but it doesn't have as much flexibility as franchise has. But customized leagues is fun to play online with your friends. Last thing is learning how to play, and this is stuff that you might want to see and kind of just get used to it. I would suggest using custom practice as much as you can to try to learn how to play the game in general. This episode is just over what you can see in the game. This isn't over how to bat, how to pitch, anything like that. That is completely different episodes that I will probably release soon. But this is basically your custom practice. You're going in, you're selecting a breakdown, you're saying, I want to learn how to hit fastballs. So they'll throw you nothing but fastballs, and you can learn on hitting, you can learn on pitching. This is where if you want to learn pinpoint pitching, which is brand new this year, if you're struggling with that, go ahead and go to custom practice and just use pinpoint pitching and learn how to actually pitch with the new settings. You can also learn how to play the show here with the Options Explorer. This is pretty cool. You could go in here and just select whatever you need to do, and it will go in there and it will kind of show you how to do things, how to look. It's a lot of just tutorial stuff. So if you're brand new to the game, never played before, I would highly suggest going in here and using this and just learning how to play the show in general, learning how to use your guy, learning how to run bases, learning how to hit, learning how to pitch. Just go in there and learn, do tutorials, learn it out before you ever even get into a game, because if you just jump right into a game and you struggle, you're not going to enjoy the game. So what's the point of doing that? Just go in to the Learn to Play Options Explorer custom practice, learn how to play, get used to it, and then start playing some exhibition, some franchise, March to October, stuff like that, and then you will most likely enjoy it if you learn how to play the game first. But this is just all the things you can do. If you are looking for settings or looking to create a stadium, they are up here as well. At the very top, you see the red moving back and forth. So settings, you're going to have the settings to do your sliders, file management, audio, jukebox, game controls, credits, all that good stuff is up here. You can go in here, set all of your gameplay settings as well, and then you can do create, which is going to let you create a ballpark, which is one thing they added brand new to the game. It's a stadium creator, and that is where you're going to create your own stadium. Feel free to do it. It looks like a lot of fun. I have not started to create my own stadium yet, but I will be doing it very soon, so make sure you go check that out. It's an awesome thing that they added to this year's game. So up in the top left, you see US Soccer there with the Xbox emblem. that's telling you that my account is an Xbox account, and you can see the stubs up there, the 3871. Those are your stubs. Those will be used on Diamond Dynasty, but you can earn them through anything. So if you're playing March to October, if you're playing franchise, you will earn stubs as you go. But the biggest thing for stubs is the Diamond Dynasty in there. It's basically the currency of Diamond Dynasty. So that's what's in the top left of your corner. The 55 is what you start out with. You could do your loadout. You make your ball player here, which I already did, already named him. You give him a pose. That's his player card. And as you do better, the better he increases and the better he gets based on what you add to him, based on if you give him, like right here, you can give him things. You can give him a catcher's mask, eyewear. All of this stuff is customizable. You make your guy look how exactly you want him to. You give him a overall basically, and you keep using him and play with him and try to get your guy as high as it could possibly go to use. So I know the game has been released a little earlier than normal. It came out the 16th, and I wanted to make an episode, but I was out with a surgery, so I am back. I will be releasing content very, very soon. If you guys like this episode, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. Also, feel free to hit the red subscribe button because you will be getting plenty of MLB The Show 21 content coming to you very soon. Till next time, Slacker out.